Studio Ghibli is responsible for some of the greatest animated movies ever made from some of the most renowned directors in the medium, including Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata. Their influence is felt far and wide, with several animation houses paying tribute to them throughout the years. World-renowned classics like Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and Grave of the Fireflies are some of the things that struck the world of animation and inspired animators. Studio Ghibli never fails to establish its mark and gives an impression and lasting message to the viewers. To satisfy fans of Studio Ghibli, we created a list of fun facts about Studio Ghibli that most people haven't heard of. Before we start, if you guys find this video interesting, please let us know by smashing the like button. And if you enjoy the content on our video playlist and want to see more, just click subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get the latest updates. Number 10. The story behind the name. The term Ghibli is an Italian word for a summer wind coming from the Sahara, affecting several countries in North Africa and southern European countries. There was also a World War II aircraft from the same country which garnered the same nickname. Its name indicated the studio's ambitions to be a force within the animation industry. Judging by the catalogue of respected works, it is safe to say they accomplished their goal. Number 9. No cut policy. After Princess Mononoke's US release was butchered by an American studio to make it more audience friendly, Studio Ghibli closed its door to Western audience for 14 years. Standing firm against the bullying, Studio Ghibli sent a katana with the message "No cuts" to Miramax's Harvey Weinstein after Miramax left scenes from Princess Mononoke on the cutting floor. After opening its door again and starting to bring their films to foreign markets, the studio has made a strict policy against cuts and re-edits. This includes the translations needing to be as close to the original words and ideas as possible, making the film as authentic and in line to its creator's vision. Number 8. Hayao Miyazaki boycotted the Oscars. When Spirited Away was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Film, Miyazaki refused to attend the ceremonies because of the United States' involvement in the Iraq War. It wasn't just a one-time thing either. The legendary filmmaker didn't set foot in the United States until 2009 when he went to the San Diego Comic-Con at the behest of his friend, John Lasseter. The boycott isn't too surprising when analysing the pacifistic ideals from his films. Number 7. A worm was named after the cat bus in My Neighbor Totoro. The titular character from My Neighbor Totoro is the studio's mascot, as well as an enduring pop culture figure. While the figure of Totoro itself is a mixture of several animals, including a raccoon, cat, and an owl, the ubiquitous character got a newly discovered species named after him. Uperipatus Totoro, uncovered in 2013, is a velvet worm hailing from Vietnam. It took its namesake from the popular movie at the behest of the scientists who discovered the creature. Some might say the greatest joy about finding something previously unknown to mankind is a contribution one just made to science and knowledge. But we are pretty sure it is the ability to give it any time you desire. Number 6. The character of Howl from Howl's Moving Castle is different in the book. Howl's Moving Castle, 2004, which is based on the book of the same name by British fantasy author Diana Wynne Jones, is perhaps one of the Ghibli films that are more well known to Western audiences. It's a rather unusual and pretty colourful love story, and the characters of Sophie Hadar, who is cursed to look like an aged woman, and Howl, a young wizard, have been particularly praised. However, The character of Howl, as he appears in the film, is notably different from the book. For one, Howl in the book is more vain and prone to throwing tantrums, while Howl in the movie has a vibe of a somewhat brooding bionic hero. Moreover, the movie Howl can also transform himself into a bird. Number 5. Norsica of the Valley of the Wind. Despite this film often getting lumped in with Ghibli's works, it wasn't actually produced by the studio. In fact, it came out in 1984, a year before the production company even opened its doors. Topcraft was the animation studio responsible for it, though it was still directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It is easy to see why one often thinks of it as a Studio Ghibli work. Many of the themes present in it would be further explored by the director in later films, making it feel like a part of the family and essential to understanding the whole catalogue. Number 4. The beginning of Studio Ghibli. The studio rose from the ashes of Topcraft, which produced the aforementioned Norsica of the Valley of the Wind. Despite the movie's success, the company went bankrupt, prompting directors Hayao Miyazaki, Toshio Suzuki, and Isao Takahata to buy it and change its name to Studio Ghibli. Everything afterward is already history, as the studio's films elevated the medium to new heights with projects some consider several of the greatest films ever made, regardless of the medium. Number 3. All the people they've influenced. Their impact extends far beyond other animators. Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and many other legendary Nintendo properties, has cited the studio's works as an influence. The aesthetic and story of Norsica of the Valley of the Wind greatly inspired Hironobu Sakaguchi when he first made Final Fantasy. Directors whose main focus is live-action filmmaking have also paid tribute to Miyazaki and the studio, acknowledging the impact it has had on their projects. Number 2. Miyazaki's Retirement. The Wind Rises was announced as Miyazaki's final feature film. It seems that you cannot keep a good artist down. However, and the almost 80-year-old director is currently working on another film titled How Do You Live, which is intended as a gift to his grandson. The movie has been in the works since 2016, though less than a quarter of it is set to be completed at this point. His increased age has slowed his pace of work down significantly, where he gets about 1 minute of animation done a month versus the 10 minutes he used to accomplish. Number 1. The founders survived bombing raids. Hayao Miyazaki was born in 1941, while Isao Takahata is a few years older, having been born in 1935. They were both alive to see World War II as children, and both of them lived through bombing raids, which were events that had a massive effect on them and their work. This can be more directly seen in Takahata's Grave of the Fireflies, which is about a brother and sister surviving in Japan after losing their mother and home to a bombing raid. It is an incredibly moving film that brings one to tears literally within its first 3 minutes. Charming and enchanting children and adults alike for more than 3 decades, Studio Ghibli has been responsible for some of the most beautiful, bold, and empowering animated films in history. From modest beginnings to adoration and success, let's all hop on the cat bus and take a good, long look at one of the most beloved creative entities in the world. Did you guys find the facts about Studio Ghibli surprising? What are the best Studio Ghibli memories you had in your childhood days? Who's your favorite character from Studio Ghibli? If you have any memorable animation from Studio Ghibli that you wanted to be recognized and celebrated, please shout it down in the comments and let us know why. And also, if you want to give your family a surprise gift for any occasion, you can always check out our website and look for creative and adorable gifts. This has been Music Chess, your anime trivia master, signing out.